Language makes me think. Music teaches me feelings.
Yo, what's going on here, Clutch? Welcome back to a brand new Diligence video. Yes, Beast Skin, and we're almost halfway done with the Beast Skin faction. Cannot wait, and we're starting off with the heat, the fire, the wind. The wind? Well, my perspective is,
Language makes me think. Music teaches me feelings.
yes, the parrots. Andal, let's go. Without any further ado, sit back, relax. He is a priest and Beastskin faction. Okay. Without any further ado, his very first core skill we have is Healing String. When Andal's HP falls below 50%, Andal heals allies for 300% of attack. Dispels CC and grants immunity to CC for 1 turn. Can only trigger once. Oh, I learned something new. This is why it's great to reread, and read.
Trinity from the future here, and this is another reason why I have the due diligence series, is because we are documenting in time 2023 on what these heroes say, what they do. It's from statistics to the whole nine. And if Hero Clash changes something, we will know. We can just go back to these videos and look. And Hero Clash is phenomenal for changing things and not saying anything. It's so obnoxious. So you could go into a battle thinking one thing's going to happen, when in reality, something switched and you have no idea. And it happens a lot.
Level 2, increase healing to 400% of attack. Level 3, increase healing to 500% of attack. Level 4, increase healing effect to 550% of attack and restores HP equal to 100% of attack every turn for 3 turns. Unlock Edition, 9 Legendary Relics. Ooh, let's go. Okay, that's actually really good. I'm torn. I really am. I'm torn. His next is Ultimate Chorus. Andal arouses a chorus across the battlefield, dealing 100% of attack as damage to 2 random enemies, increasing the attack of allies by 10% for 3 turns, and dispelling any damage over time affecting them. Cake. Level 2, deal 150% of attack as damage and increase the attack of allies by 15%. And level 3, deal 200% of attack as damage and increase the attack of allies by 20%. Cake a doodles. Okay. Moving on to Enchanted Organ. Andal's basic attacks reduce the armor of all enemies by 8% for 3 turns. Can stack. Ooh. Level 2, 10%. And level 3, increase armor to 12%. So if he had a 9 basic attacks, 12 times 9, that's over 100, just saying. I would never focus on that primarily for him. Oh no. And his final is Battle Horn. Andal blows the Battle Horn. When the battle starts, he increases the armor of allies by 10% for 3 turns. Level 2, 15%, and level 3, 20% armor. And level 4, increase armor to 25%, but that includes 3 legendary red relics. Cake. Moving on to his good old exclusive gear skill. Oops.
Language makes me think. Music teaches me feelings.
Just kidding. Awakening skill is Wind of Rebirth. When HP falls below 50%, increase debuff resistance by 15% and received healing by 25% for 3 turns. Now moving on to his good old Cord Barrier. After allies are healed by a healing layer, increases the armor of allies by 10% for 1 turn. Okay, cool. Level 10, 20%. Level 20, 30%. And then level 30, the final one, after allies are healed by a healing layer, increases the armor of all allies by 30% for 2 turns. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Not too bad for an S series. Definitely a defensive type vibe. Okay, so when it comes to runes, he's really a defensive hero. I have 2 strategies with him. Remember, his basic attack does decrease armor by 12% each time. So if you want to do half offense, half defense, I'm talking offense as in samurai, yes, in offensive position to get the defensive effects. So you can slap on good old samurai, cake of doodles. And then next, I would probably do evolution. Yeah, I just don't see putting any attack runes on him except for samurai. Yeah, so evolution, samurai, or if you want to go 100% defense, I would go with evolution. You could do it domination if you want him to knock out some of that max HP. However, you would have to increase his attack though. So and he's one of those heroes where he's like 90% defense, 10% attack, you know. But overall, I would go with Evolution and Samurai, or Evolution and Banshee. Okay. Now moving on to, y'all already know. I would go with HP, damage reduction.
As of right now, I would go with either HP or damage reduction with a small emphasis on attack. Because he does have that healing property, which is based off of his attack. So you don't want to ignore that completely, but you don't want to completely focus on that as well.
Moving on to good old artifacts. Now, you could slap anything defensive on him. You could go with Sun Amulet. You could go with Time Amulet. And that's pretty much about it, yeah. What does this do? I forgot. Damage reduction. You could slap on Mountain if you want, but yeah, it's one of those special artifacts that we'll never get, and if we do, it'll take a year and a half to max out. So scratch what I said. Moving on to good old Holy Praise. Honestly, Arcane Ring wouldn't be too bad, but I don't think that's the move. I think that's probably like worst case scenario. I'm gonna have to go with the safe one and go with Eternal Cloak. Yes, I think Eternal Cloak is for any hero that doesn't have a really good artifact for them. Yeah. Or what I would choose is Holy Horn. However, if you choose Holy Horn, you're going to have to choose a good offensive lineup with him in their row. So if you have Phoenix and Dragonic, you could go Dragonic up front, Phoenix in the back. However, the Holy Horn on Andal, he's going to have to choose either front row or back row. So, interesting. Yeah, so Holy Horn would be my number one, depending on your strategy. Okay, moving on to Abyss items. If I had to choose one, you know, high HP, I'd probably go with Devil's Flag, maybe. What does Devil's Heart do? Increase received healing of all allies. Received healing. He does. You could do Devil's Heart. That would work for the parrot, because he does heal. When yeah. Okay. Now moving on to talents really quick. 100% defense. As per shield for legendary. Mythic talent, I'm going to have to go with good old Selfless Protection. When it comes to transcendent talents, I'm going with Violent Recovery. 100%. Easy kick-a-doodles. And for Eternal, I'm going with Rampart 100%. Okay. Now, what does the game recommend? Good old tutorial. They recommend Sun Amulet or Holy Wings. Completely understandable. Now, when it comes to talents, it looks like 100% defense. I completely agree. Now, excess heal, kind of. I would rather go with Violent Recovery. However, if there's a lot of healing properties on your side of the field, then I would definitely go excess heal. Okay. And they recommend good old battle redemption. 100% no, absolutely trash. Evolution, I completely understand. I would throw in Judgment and then something else because, like I said, his core skill amplifies with the increase in attack. Okay.
So my final thoughts when it comes to Andal the Parrots. 100% yes, work on him. He's one of those S heroes, one of those few S heroes that I completely recommend working on in the beginning, especially as a free-to-play player. Yes, day 1, day 10, if you can start getting pieces for him, Andal. And there's only a few heroes, and majority of these few heroes just happen to be in the Beastskin faction. Beastskin faction dominates Hero Clash, mainly, excluding God Warriors and all that stuff, but the Parrot, the Kitty Cat, which we'll get to, just, you'll see.
So, with that being said, I will see y'all in the next video. Greatness manifest.